Hey guys, this is George Yang from the Undergraduate Assembly. Today I'm going to be talking about how to find and select courses in Penn and Touch, Penncoursereview, Penncoursesearch, Penncourse Alert, and the Syllabi App at the Wharton School. So let's begin with Penn and Touch. You all are pretty familiar with the functionalities of this, right? You can search for more criteria. You can search whether a class is open, closed, or fits your spring schedule. And you can search based on, what level it is, what day it starts on, whether it is a academically based community service course or a recitation. This is the Penn and Touch you're used to. So one thing I do want to show you guys today is that if I type in a space here into the course ID, I can look for all classes that are of any course ID that are open and that fit into my spring 2019 schedule. So if I am interested in taking a random class that can help me understand more about this vast world, then this is a great way to do that. So let me click Find Courses. And here we have a ton of classes, 966 to be exact, that fit exactly into my schedule and are currently open that I can take. If we want to learn more about these classes, we have to use some other resources, and that's where Penncoursereview comes in. So Penncoursereview allows you to search for a class or a professor or an entire department. So say I'm looking for a class, I can say HCMG 101. If I look for HCMG 101, I can see all the people that previously taught it. If I click on their names, I can see when they taught the class. The average is an average of all of their previous rankings, but most recent is just their most recent ranking. So you see how this is instructor quality. Most recent instructor quality is 2.67, right, in spring of 2017, but an average is different. So that's one function of this, is that I can look for classes and get rankings for those classes. I can also change this to go to difficulty, course quality, amount learned, amount of work, the value of the readings, and all of this data can help me understand, what difficulty level and what work this class will actually need. One thing that I really like to filter by is the amount learned, because I feel like, you're here in college to learn. So that's probably a very important variable. So what I mentioned was not only can you look for classes themselves, you can also look for professors. So let's look up my anatomy professor. And what you'll get is a list of classes that professor teaches, as well as all of these rankings for that professor. Some of the data isn't available just because of the way the department collects the data, but a majority of the data I've found is available. So here we have Dr. Skanga, and she teaches anatomy. Whoops, I clicked on that. So she teaches anatomy, and we have all of her rankings. She also teaches this 600 level course and a 200 level course. One of the great things about this is if I want to look up an entire department, I can also do that. So let's say I look up HCMG, standing for Healthcare Management. Okay, so we have now searched the entire Healthcare Management department, and we can go and look at all of these classes and sort by the amount learned, right? One of the faulty parts of Penncoursereview in its current edition is that if you put too many columns, then it does block out these. So you want to make sure that you decrease the number of columns in order to actually see the name of the class. So this is great for just comparing different classes and comparing the amount of work. It's provided by Penn Labs. So kudos to Penn Labs for creating this, because it's saved many a student's lives. Okay, so next is Penncoursesearch, and what this does is it allows you to place classes onto this mock board and allow you to see which classes overlap and choose them based on different criteria, similar to Penn and Touch, but just the user interface is much better. Penncoursesearch, if you add a class in Penncoursesearch, it doesn't mean you've registered for that class, so you still have to register for the class itself. So let me demonstrate. So let's say I'm taking, 2 classes this semester. Let's say I'm taking Psych Nursing and Finance 100. So I can search Psych Nursing, 235, and it'll like pop up Psych Nursing over here. And I want to add in the lecture, add in a clinical, and add in add in a sim lab. Okay, so what this does is it shows me where the classes might intersect. So let's say I'm like looking for another class, Finance 100, and it grays out these ones because it knows that they're going to intersect with my clinical times. So that's why I'm going to be able to choose these Finance 100 classes and put them in my Penn and Touch, because these ones don't intersect with the clinicals. That's the first main function I found useful, is that you can put classes over here and kind of get a view of where they are, and the user interface is nicer. But another cool function is that you can look for classes based on whether they're half credit. And remember, Penn and Touch had a lot of different ways that you could filter classes by. Well, Penncoursereview kind of has the same thing, except they have this half credit function. So let's say I'm looking for a half credit class, and I really like anthropology. So let me look for anthropology half credit classes. Let's see. Let me reload this. So here's anthropology. This is the entire department. Now let's look for half credit classes. Oh, I guess they don't have any. So let's see, sociology. Sociology half credit classes. So we have a thesis workshop, not too helpful. So so nursing, right? Nursing, we have a couple half credit classes, and they're 102, 297. I could look at stats. If I'm interested in stats, we have statistical computing with R. So this is really nice when you're interested in taking a random class, but you don't know which are the half credit classes for a certain discipline, and you can just look up half credit classes here. But remember, you always have to register in Penn and Touch in addition to doing all of this. Another cool function here is that they do get the data from Penncoursereview on the quality and difficulty, as well as instructor quality ratings, but they don't have the advanced kind of stuff where it shows, things like amount learned or amount of work. They don't have that in Penncoursesearch, but, Penncoursesearch is still a great user interface. Okay, so Penncoursesearch also shows you things like whether a course is available or not. So let's say I'm back to 235, and you see how it says OC, section status open or closed. If it's green, it means it's open. If it's not green, then it means that it's closed, and I have to register for that class when someone else drops it. So these bells, right? If I click on one of these bells, I come to Penncourse Alert. And Penncourse Alert basically will give you a text and email each time someone drops the class and you are ready to sign up for it. So I can type in my email over here, and it'll give me an email once that class opens up. Next is the Syllabi App at Wharton. This is excellent if you are looking for a class in Wharton and you have no idea whether that class is, redundant information. I can just look up Stat 430 and, come down here, find the 2017 Stat 430 materials, and get a sense of, oh, I need that textbook. I'm going to, borrow that textbook from the library or something. If you don't know how to borrow textbooks from the library, please look at my other video. Syllabi, it's always great to look at syllabi beforehand. All right, so that's most of this video, guys. If you guys have any suggestions of new videos, please email me at this email, and I will try to get back to you as quick as I can, and we can make a video together, or we can, you can teach me how to do something, and then I'll make a video of it. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.